Hey y'all. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I'm getting off to a rough start this Tuesday, but how y'all doing? How is everybody? Please hit the like button as you come in. I know it ain't many of us in here because I didn't set my stream up as soon as I should have. So the notifications probably did not go out the way they ought to have. However, we here. We in this mug. And I'm glad to see everybody. Y'all, please hit the like button as you come in, please. And thank you. You are so welcome. And I appreciate you being here. Let me greet everybody and then let's get into this news. Let's talk about what's happening. Let's get to the funny papers. Y'all, I had a rough weekend mentally. Nothing happened to me, just mentally. It was a little bit of a rough weekend, but I'm still standing. Y'all know what it is. Happy to be happy. How you doing? Spiller, hey sis. That's right. Tell them, girl. Y'all hit that like button. Hey, Miss Sparkle, I'm Mary Kay lady. All right, we got Miss Queen Mermaid in the house. She says she working and listening. CC Miller, how you doing, sis? Good to see you. Learning to love myself. Hello, hello, hello. We're also streaming on Twitch simultaneously. So y'all know what I'm going to ask you. Hey, it's the beautiful Chanel D. Queen. Hey, lady. Hey, Rochelle, if you got two devices, two browsers, or two apps, please stream on both if you can. Hold us down. Hey, Cheryl, I'm glad you made it. Jackie Gaines, happy Tuesday. Good to see you. Child, how about I told Cheryl, hey, and the Siri gonna jump up like somebody called her. Ain't nobody call you. Hey, Fly Gray Streak, how you doing? Happy Tuesday. Shamika Davis, what's up, girl? Happy Tuesday to you. Kim Bird in the house. Who else we got? Alita. Hey, boo, I didn't expect to see you. You back already? You got a tan, girl? Hey, cool gamer, how are you? Happy Tuesday. Renee, good to see you. All right, all right. There's my Christian Key. How you doing, gorgeous? I'm so happy to see you. Yvette, how you doing? How you doing? All right, Janice, you made it. All right, girl. That's what I'm talking about. She in here right when we getting it crunk. Okay, sunshine, sunshine in the house. Happy Tuesday. That's right, girl. Tell them, hit that thumbs up. DS, DS. Oh, yes. Yvette all the way here from the UK. So always happy to see Yvette. How them children doing, girl? Hey, Vanessa. You say working and peeking in. Well, I'm glad you peeping in. All right, Vita is here from Denver, as you know. Nene Ashley, how you doing, boo? Good to see you, gorgeous. Queen Mermaid holding us down in Twitch land. We got Angie, that pretty girl from Miami, holding us down from the 305. Nacho Twins mama, good to see you. How are you? There's my Kia Cocoa Pop. I saw your message. You just got your email, just got the email notification. Okay, cool beans. I got to call you. Every time we supposed to talk on the phone, either you busy or I'm busy. I'm going to call you because we got to catch up because I need to know how you doing. How are you doing? How is everybody doing? You know, this ain't just about me and how I'm feeling. How y'all doing? How is everybody? I had a rough weekend, but that don't mean that y'all had wonderful weekends. How is everyone? I would like to think that everybody is doing okay, but I don't want to take for granted that you are. It's not easy. It's not easy at all, and I know it. We have some rough days around here. All right, DS holding us down in Twitch land. You doing well, Vita? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to hear. That's what I love to hear. Because even if I'm not, 100%, it feels good to know that somebody's doing all right. You know what I mean? Like sometimes we got to kind of encourage each other. And sometimes you got to encourage yourself. But it's always good to hear that somebody's doing good. I'm taking it one day at a time. Some days are good, some days not so good. And like I said before, sometimes it's hour by hour. You know what I mean? Hey, SS, say it's rough. That's why I'm glad I have these streams to cheer me up. All right. Well, I'm glad that we can do what we do to cheer you up. And I'm going to do my best to keep a smile on your face, SS. I know it ain't easy. Lita, you said you came back last night with a tan. It was tough leaving that island. I know that's right, girl. I'm going to be happy when I get to the island where I ain't got to, it can be tough for me to leave too. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. It ain't easy, but at least you got you a break in, girl. Got to get you a break. All right, Rochelle, taking it day by day. That's what I'm talking about. Let's all encourage each other. Screaming on 2 devices. That's what I'm talking about. Hey D, how you doing, girl? How's that baby? My baby. Hey King Dini, what's happening? All right. See, I'm going through some things spiritually. I know what I need to do and I'm on it. That's what I'm talking about. Well, listen, I feel a little bit better now that I've had an opportunity to talk to y'all. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Hello. Okay, sorry, y'all. He doing fine. Is he still working with his gummy bears? I hope so. You say you're not letting stress touch you today. Yep, don't let it touch you. Don't let it get you. Don't do it. Kid, what you say? I think everyone's having a bit of a rough time, whether mentally or physically. Well, let me tell y'all why. Y'all want to know why? Let me tell y'all why this is happening, so you'll understand some things that's happening spiritually right now, okay? And don't worry, we're going to get into our updates. We're going to get into our funny papers. But y'all don't mind if sometimes I just say what I want to say. Let me just tell y'all what's going on. See, there are certain times during the year where it's very important that you fortify yourselves spiritually. This is one of those times. Anytime you're coming up for the month of June, prepare yourselves. I mentioned to some of you who come to Bible study, some of you who were in the prayer workshop, different things like that. And I talked about those times where you're supposed to be getting ready to do Thanksgiving. Not Thanksgiving with the turkey and the collard greens and the chitlins. No, not that one. I mean Thanksgiving to God for everything that He has done for you, for bringing you to this portion of the year. Let me tell you something. This is the thing. The month of June is very difficult. It's always heavy spiritually. It hits you hard financially. It hits you hard in a lot of ways. So you have to fortify yourself and get ready. There's a whole lot of us right now that have so much to be thankful for. We made it from January to this point. You at the first of the year, that's when you're supposed to be doing your first fruit offerings. Take what you make to the altar and say thank you for allowing me to see another year. See me through. And then once he's done his part, then come June, you go and take yourself back to the altar and tell him thank you for everything that you've done. Keep me the rest of the way, Lord. When you do those things, and then when it come up for November and December, get ready to do it again. As you giving thanks, he'll be continually blessing you. The rough time, it always comes right about now. Check your life carefully. Every June, don't it get a little funky? Don't it get a little funky in June? This is why. There are things we're supposed to be doing, and when we don't do those things, you start to really feel it bad. So if as we say, if you like, listen. If you like, don't listen. But I'm telling you the truth. Check your environment very well. See what you have that you can take and tell him thank you. Go and be telling him thank you and see what he'll do. Now, I'm just telling you. Hey, Bianca Edwards, she made it. She made it. Yay. I'm just saying, I just want y'all to be aware because I don't want you to suffer when you don't have to. Go and be saying thank you. Like, go say thank you. Get on your knees. If your knees bad, get help getting down there. Hey, Black Pearl, how you doing? Yeah, that's when it starts. About the end of May, heading into June. This is how it goes. Go and start saying thank you and see if your story don't change. That's all I'm telling you. I'm telling you the truth. Now, I ain't gonna tell you nothing wrong. This is just, do the needful. Don't put yourself in a position that you don't have to be in. That's all I'm saying. And that goes for me and everybody else. Okay. So let's get into these updates. Again, go and check very well. Check very, very well. Hey, Delicia. Hey, Shamika. You must have left and came back. I had hollered at you because I saw your name up there earlier. How you doing? So listen, let's get into these updates. Can we get into these updates? So much is going on. So much is happening with the news, and I don't mind really talking about it. So let's get into the news. First off, y'all know I like to give you the quick warning first, if there's any warnings to give out. First off, beware of restaurants, and not for the usual reason. This is not an OLG related situation. Ain't nobody failing no health, health inspections, nothing like that. But I'm saying beware of the restaurants on your receipt, because y'all want to think twice about going out right now. This recession situation, these people getting tricky. So see, a lot of them don't want to excuse me, they don't want to change the price of the items on their menu. So what these sneaky sap suckers are doing is they're adding surcharges to your bill that if you're not careful, you won't realize that they done added it to your bill. So you got to look for stuff on your receipt, like non-cash adjustment, fuel surcharge, kitchen appreciation, and they add them to everybody's bill. Now you got people like Macaroni Grill. Macaroni Grills just flat out said we're gonna add $2 to everybody's bill. Flat fee, $2 to everybody's bill. So now think twice about when you're going out to the restaurants and whatnot. And I feel like in a way it's not fair, not in a way, in every way, it's not fair to the people who work at the restaurants, the servers, because that cuts into their tip. People are not really going to agree to give you extra money and then still tip the same money over the top. So it's like if you about to leave somebody a $10 tip, well, they just got an $8 tip because the restaurant done took money, that they're basically you're getting nothing for the money that they took. So a lot of people are going to look at that like, okay, that was your tip right there. Or that was part of your tip right there. So I feel like that's going to, adversely affect servers who are already being paid unfairly. But, this is the world we live in. What can we do? Okay? Just so y'all know. They add them on. Say, I don't eat there anyway. I don't even think we have Macaroni Grill here where I live anymore. Right, but that's just them being honest and saying that they're adding $2 to every bill. The rest of them is doing 3.5% and all type of other stuff, and they're not being straight up about it. They just adding it. They're not even telling you what they're doing. They just adding it to the bill. Okay, now that's that on that. Remember I talked to y'all about this hurricane season. I told you it was going to be active. I told you it was going to be crazy, and the storms are not disappointing. Hey, Savannah Rios, how you doing? Black Pearl said, I waited on tables for many years. This is wrong. Yes, it's very wrong. It's very wicked. It's very wicked that they could do something like that to these people. They're standing on their feet, getting plates, getting drinks, bringing napkins, doing this, doing that. And a lot of them are young people. Sometimes they are retirees that really can't afford to sit down, and they got to keep working. And then you turn around and you cut into their tip money. And I got to report it as it happens. But if I got to be honest, something about that don't sit right with me. It don't seem right. But here's the thing, right? The storms. First storm of the season, Alex, formed up on Sunday. This sucker is terrible. Absolutely terrible. Dumping water on South Florida. It was all kind of flooding in the streets. It looked crazy. It was looking real crazy down there. I got to look and see if it's still water standing on the ground. A lot of damaged property. I told y'all this storm season was going to be crazy. I hope y'all are listening and making sure that you are ready if you need to make a move that you can. Please don't wait till the last minute to make sure your tire's good on your car. Please don't wait till the last minute to make sure you got extra water in your house, extra toilet paper, you know, extra canned goods, dry goods, and things of that nature. Because remember what I told you, the water's too hot. The heat is going too deep into the water. The water's too salty. So things are about to get extremely dangerous with this storm season. So please be careful. Kia says strange times now, especially this summer. DHS is warning of a very violent, threatening summer when it comes to threats of violence and as well. Oh, absolutely. Hurricane Putin. Hurricane Putin. We don't need that. Is St. Pete a safe place to land? I mean, St. Pete safe as any. That's a nice place. It's right there, you know, by the Gulf. But you know, Florida is always storm central, and so and not just Florida, the entire Gulf Coast is storm central, especially this summer. So we don't know what's going to happen. Just be prepared. Be prepared. It's better to prepare. Make plans in advance. That last minute stuff is always putting Black folks in trouble, and we have got to do better. Okay, on the lighter side of the news. Y'all remember that boy Kyle Rittenhouse? Y'all remember him, don't you? Mm-hmm. Well, this little idiot was on a radio show, and he did the whole thing, I guess, trying to impersonate the athletes on National Signing Day, putting on the cap. Oh, I'm going to Texas A&M. It's like, son, you're not an athlete. You don't have to imitate, you know, what you feel like certain people get to do and you don't get to do. It was just, it was cringeworthy at that. At that. Hold on. Angie say Homestead got 5 inches last night. Child, that water is something else. We're going to talk about that water. But listen, did all that putting on, y'all, talking about I'm going to Texas A&M. Tell me why Texas A&M spokesperson going to hurry up and speak out. Yeah, he got away with it, but he going to be a laughing stock for the rest of his life. Texas A&M spokesperson gonna hurry up and speak out and say he is not coming here, and he wasn't admitted for summer or fall. Period. Then after that embarrassing exposure, because they exposed him like, you lying, you not coming here. After he got embarrassed and exposed, now he's saying, oh, I'm going to Blinn College, one of them community colleges, talking about, well, they got a feeder program to Texas A&M, and he says he wants to go there first and then go over there. Yeah, not today is what they said. That's right. A dang shame. I agree. Yes, he is a menace to society. But yeah, so he's saying after he do 2 years at the community college, which ain't nothing wrong with community college. You know, ain't nothing wrong with that. Education is education. But he said after that, he gonna try to transfer to Texas A&M. And get this, he claimed that the end of his high school career was robbed from him. Son, it wasn't robbed from you. It was not robbed from you. You was in court because you decided that you was going to take people's lives. You in court because you decided to put your hands on a firearm, have your mammy to help you travel to a whole other area where you don't live and pull the trigger and take people's lives. Now, the only reason I ain't made too much trouble because the people lives you took didn't look like me. So that ain't my business. This is clear on clear crime. So it's clearly none of my business. But ain't nobody robbed you of your high school, your senior year. Your senior year got messed up because you decided that you wanted to be a natural born killer. That's what had happened. That's what happened. Lita said, yep, I hope his life is miserable. He deserves all of it. He does. He really does. Because now don't get me wrong. He went there with the intention on hurting us. It just turned into a clear on clear crime. And let me speak, while we talking about clear on clear crime, tell me why I was online and I'm looking and I'm seeing people not, y'all know how I talk. I've been trying to watch my mouth and stop saying crazy stuff because people tend to repeat it. But, it's starting to bug me a little bit. Like, okay, let me ask y'all in the chat. Who y'all heard calling pale people clear other than me before me? Then I look up everybody talking about clear this, clear that. I'm about ready to clear them. I can't even talk no more. If I talk, I guess people just sit around with a recorder or they notepad and pen or they journals so they can decide what to repeat next. I mean, I don't mean to rant, but it's annoying. Hey, Miss Gigi, it's getting annoying. Do you know I seen Buffy thirsty, irritating tell y'all know Buffy from Married to Medicare. I didn't like her when she came on, don't like her now. I ain't like what Jackie did to her, but I still don't like her. She online on Instagram talking about something about clear people. Wait a minute, hold on, hooker. Don't listen, you miss I'm wealthy. Wealth is wealth whispers, this and that. First of all, if you so wealthy, why the hell you still talking? We waiting on you to whisper. That's one. Two, why you worrying about copying and stealing from little poor folks like me? Ain't you wealthy? What you doing stealing from poor niggas? Please stop. You and your clear husband. Now, I ain't gonna lie, that irritated the hell out of me. I'm sorry. I ain't mean to say it like that. I'm sorry. This is the news update. And I'm going to just, I'm going to go back to the Florida Negro news. Y'all know sometimes that happens at the FNN. Sometimes we have to address things. I didn't mean to address it like that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, MJ, I didn't even know you was in the house, boo. Jackie, what you said? You were the only one I knew who said it. And all of a sudden, everywhere I look, so people talking about clear people this, clear that. Let me clear this up. Every time I open my mouth, it's not an opportunity for people to take down every word that falls from my lips. I'm not your pastor, your preacher, your orator. I'm not Jesse Jackson. I ain't Al Sharpton. I ain't none of them. The hell? I'm about to be quoted as much as Martin Luther King. Kids say if y'all got babies going to Texas A&M by the time Kyle gets there, if he does, take your baby out of there immediately. You better. Before Bang Bang get there. Spiller say nobody. They got a lot of sayings from you on this channel. I'm telling you, and it's irritating. Especially not Miss I'm so wealthy stealing from poor people. Come on now. Yes, I said hold on, heifer. I'm just saying it don't make no sense. Nacho Twins mama got joked talking about clearly she's a fan, sis. I'm done. Apparently, it's a lot of people that's clearly fans. But man, come on and show some love. Don't just be stealing from a Negro. Stop that. Say people are watching, look out for one more lie. If I hear one of them saying one more lie, I'm shutting this whole channel down and minding my business. Thank you. Thank you, Vanessa. That's what I'm talking about. She got all of... Yeah, like don't be stealing from poor people. But Vanessa got all the promo for the FNN. Say others are using ma'am, sir, too. Are you serious? Now they talking about ma'am, sirs. I'm through. I'm going to quit talking. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just quit talking. Because apparently I can't talk without people turning to parrots. Say Buffy is downright irritated with her clear man who clearly tolerates her. Right. But don't worry, she clearly tolerating him too with that belly like that. I'm surprised she ain't been crushed. Vanessa say, sis, I think people are repeating it and others hear it and repeat it. I know, but that's what happens with them parrots, man. Sitting in the bushes lurking. It's weird. Yeah, thiefings. I better not hear one more lie. What you say? They need to cite their sources. Thank you. Because if I say something and it's somebody else's, I'm not finna act like, oh, I just decided to say that. Don't do that. That's and then like it's just the fact that you so wealthy and you brag about your wealth, baby, and you stealing from poor folks. Say Buffy gets on my nerves. Her physical annoyance, her voice and demeanor, everything about her is annoying. Yeah, she tried it, and I'm over it. You say it's a compliment, sis. People copy good stuff. It ain't no compliment to me. I'm gonna be real with you. It ain't no compliment to me. I don't feel complimented. I feel annoyed. It's like I feel like I gotta watch what I say because if I say the wrong thing, that's gonna take flight too. And then people gonna be saying all kind of ugly stuff, and then the ugly stuff they gonna say, "Oh, we got that from Shanitra." No, I don't like it. Don't copy me. Go copy the Bible. Copy your mama. Copy Jesus. Don't copy me. That's irritating. It's hell. Now, if I do something you want to, do it, that's cool. But just to be repeating the words that came out my mouth, this ain't no darn call and response. I'm not lying to no him. What is you doing? Hey, come again. You say the mayonnaise bowl cut rockin' racist. wait. Oh my God. Who is that? Her husband? Is that the mayonnaise bowl? Say, tell Buffy to run you your money. Copyright infringement. I ain't copyright nothing. Like, I feel bad. Like, do I have to copyright the words that come out my mouth? Yeah, but learning to love myself, they don't care about that. They just sit up and just repeat the words come out your mouth. It's weird. You said, thank you for addressing him. No problem. Yes, right. Don't steal cockroach legs. Give them a minute. Say, I better start trademarking my stuff. You talented. But sis, okay, think about that. How sad is that? I can't even talk like normal people, just have a conversation and talk. I can't even sit on the porch and just give the news, shoot the updates, talk about these rich folks and go. If I talk, I got to try to get paperwork and trademark the words that come out my mouth, or else they're going to irritate me by making me hate my own words. That's really what it does. When you talk and somebody repeat what you say back to you, and they repeat it back to you like it's like they telling you a joke you ain't heard, that's annoying. Sometimes, let me tell y'all something else. Sometimes some of the crazy stuff come out my mouth. I don't even be knowing what I'm saying. I just be talking. And then when you hear your words back, you be like, oh my God, did I say that? And then by the time you hear it the 10th, 20th, 30th, 40th time, it becomes annoying. It make you not even want to say the stuff you say. You say I'm mess around to see my stuff on a t-shirt. You probably right. Because these people don't have no type of morals. They just weirdos. First off, I don't admire nobody enough to sit up and repeat everything they say. It's weird. It's weird. So you can sell Clear People t-shirts and One More Lie shirts on your site. Now, if I do that, then I got to copyright it, because then they, like you said, it'll just show up everywhere else. Thank you. Vultures. And they're weird vultures at that. Weird freaking vultures. But let me move on with the news now. But I had to say something about that, because I was talking with my baby. Y'all know, y'all's niece, Geneva. And I told her, I was like, I'm so disturbed. I'm so disturbed by this heifer. Come again, say, I deal with the same thing at work. Our intellectual property is invaluable, sis. Thank you. It's almost like somebody snatching your clothes off. It's a violation. It feels dirty. Like, don't steal from me, please. Say, at least they will know where it came from. Yeah, that's true. There you go, Vita. It loses its value. Like, one time it's funny, but when everybody just start, like, regurgitating everything, like, it ain't even funny. It's just annoying. But anyway, back to the news. So, yeah, Kyle got embarrassed, and now he say he got robbed. I don't know how you got robbed when you committed a crime, and the fact that you got away with the crime, you should just be happy. Don't talk no more. Just quit talking. Quit talking. It's like you want to be like a racist hero, but then you don't want everything that comes along with being a racist hero. Like, son, take your mantle, take your crown, your scepter, and go parade around. Be proud of yourself. You did what you did. You did your thug thizzle. Now, why on earth are you crying talking about you got robbed? Son, you were not robbed. You were paid for your actions. Now, that's what happened. Now, you wanted to be a hero. There you go. Now, next up in the news, on the lighter side of the news, we got Elon. Baby, Elon is not playing with these people. Elon is threatening to terminate this deal to buy Twitter. He said that basically they refusing to comply with giving him the data for the number of spam and fake accounts on the platform. I don't understand why you don't want to give it up. Give it up. The man said he want to know the exact amount, because right now $44 billion is hanging in the balance. Yes, he did his thug thizzle. He did that. You got $44 billion hanging in the balance. Now, how much y'all want to bet? These people sitting over there trying to figure out how to convert these accounts to real accounts, or try to make them look real so they can collect this money. They trying to connect. They trying to collect this money. And this man said, no, ma'am, no, sir, not until we see all the particulars. Until we see all the particulars, we ain't gonna be able to do none of that. I need proof of what I'm buying. These say we now have other creators reporting on the news and funny papers. Girl, please don't tell me that. I'm just gonna laugh. Nacho Twins mama say he's not gonna pay for them spam accounts and good for him. He ain't got no business paying for no fake stuff. That's like if I come to buy jewelry from you, but you got fake diamonds mixed in with the real diamonds, telling me I don't have a right to find out which ones is fake and which ones is cubic zirconia. I mean, that's some bull crap. That don't work. Say sue them and tell us who they are so we can. No, I ain't finna sue nobody. I'm gonna go to God on them. I ain't doing no tripping. Jackie say Elon pulling chess moves. Let's see how long they gonna take. Let me find out this was a move from Elon from the beginning. Put the money up as good faith money and then turn around and say, now prove these accounts, because that'll kill them. They've been up here doing censoring people, trying to take away free speech, trying to manipulate the government, trying to take control over, the information that's being put out, misinformation, and then for him to turn back around and say, now prove which ones is real and fake, that would literally like negate everything they did, period. Like that would be real crazy if that was his plan from the beginning, since they kept trying to censor him. Hey Jay Kentron, how you doing, boo? Good to see you. Spiller said I need 23 people to hit the like button. Y'all, please hit the like button, please. Thank you so much. So then, next up in the news, Louisiana tried to do the same thing the state of Florida did a few weeks back. Y'all remember I reported to you that Florida tried to do like redistricting. They was going to rezone them the voting districts so that way the Republicans would have an unfair advantage. We don't need that. Allow everybody to have the same advantage. Whoever gets elected gets elected. Simple as that. Simple as that. You say Elon is fighting a brick wall. Not really, though. If you think about it, come again, because by him doing it the way he's doing it, what he's doing actually is exposing the hell out of them. That's what he's doing. Now, if the deal go through, they report it, the price get dropped, he buy it, they're done. Even if he backs out of the deal, they already done. Their stock prices have plummeted ever since he halted on the sale, number one. And number two, not all of us is waiting right along with him saying how many fake accounts you got. Hey, Wicked 548. Miss Gigi say, I did not have good vibes on this purchase. I'll wait to see what gives. Yeah, me neither. Me neither. Leader say, this sounds like something Elon would do to just mess with him. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I feel like Elon is so low-key did this here because he knew he was going to have the opportunity to back out if they could not prove where the hell, how many of them counts is real and how many of them is fake. Yeah, they got a lot of fake accounts. Something is telling me Elon done pulled a master move. Like, y'all want to censor me? I'm going to expose you. And it looked like he doing a darn good job, too. But anyway, back to this redistricting. So this is what they doing. They trying to break up some of those districts that are known to be guaranteed Democratic. The districts that's mainly black, because a lot of times our people don't think they see blue and vote. And they don't vote in their best interest. They only see blue and vote. So the Republicans decided they're going to try to be crooked. They're going to try to go and redistrict and break up those zones so that those areas that are predominantly black are not considered like a district. That's what they're trying to do. They want to give themselves an unfair advantage. They want to break up those districts to where they're part of larger districts that are largely Republican. So that way they Democratic vote won't carry that district. So that way they can get the representatives that are black or Democrat out is what they're trying to do. They're trying to change the House of Reps. They're trying to change the face of the House of Reps. So this is, it's a move, but it ain't working. So they got blocked in Florida, and not in Louisiana. They just tried it and they got blocked too. Hey, Angel A. That's all right. I'm glad you're here. Hey, Nee. So yeah, they got blocked in Louisiana just like they got blocked in Florida. I understand they might be tired of paying for high gas. We all are. Everybody's suffering under Biden. It's not one, group of people suffering and the other group ain't suffering. We all suffering under this snow monkey. We all suffering under him. We all are. This man is doing everything possible to drive the price of gas up so high that unless you're rich, you can't even afford to drive a car. You say it didn't work in Ohio either. See, I didn't see the report on Ohio. When they tried it in Ohio, was that this year? Let me know. So next up, GlaxoSmithKline. Y'all, how many of y'all know Glaxo? See, Glaxo, back in the day, I think it was Glaxo Welcome. And then they became GlaxoSmithKline. They're a pharmaceutical company. Now they're doing something that's very, very, very interesting. Hey, Sharon Fauna, how you doing, boo? You made it. All right. Angel A say this is definitely a one-term deal. Oh, yes. Yes, God. I can't wait for 2024. At this point, I vote for Trump. Let's keep it funky. Unless the Republicans, and I know they're evil, but unless they put Lucifer himself on the ticket, I'm voting for anybody but Biden. I'm going to just be honest and put it out there. Anybody but Biden at this point. They can put Mickey Mouse on the ticket. They can, anybody they want, absolutely anybody they want to, they can put on their ticket. Unless it's Lucifer himself, I'm voting for the first time in my life, Republicans. I'm doing it. And ain't nothing going to change my mind because this don't make no sense. Now, you can hate me all you want to because none of them like my black behind, and I'm okay with that. But what you cannot keep doing, and I'm gonna keep rocking with you, is try to throw me up underneath the pole house. Now that's what you're not gonna do. You're not throwing me underneath the pole house. No, that's where I draw the line. Now I don't know about nobody else, but that's where I draw the line. Okay, underneath the pole house is the line right there. Wicked, what you say? You feel the same way? I'm telling you, it can be a pit bull, it could be a chihuahua. It could be Trump's mammy. Dig her up. Put her on the ticket. They could be anybody they want to put on that ticket. And I'm telling you, first and last, anybody they put up, anybody but Biden is what I'm voting. Because this don't make no sense. You know, it's a gas station. They say not too far from Nancy Pelosi's house out there, and I think they say they heifer live in San Diego. Say the gas at the pump is $9.60 a gallon. Now, y'all know that's a sin and a shame. What the hell we need with gas, $9.60 a gallon? That don't even make no sense. That don't make no sense. You say you'd vote for Joseline. I would too. Come again and say, have you heard of Marcel Dixon? He's running against Clyburn. I don't know Marcel Dixon. Is anything interesting? Learn to love myself. Say, I hate to say it, I feel the same way. They are all too old. They need to sit down. They do. Or at the very least, stop being evil. At the very least, stop being evil. At the very least. That's all I'm saying. You say you'd vote for Kanye, Angie, you crazy. But you ain't wrong. I vote for Kanye too. I would before I do that. Hey, Ray all day. Yeah, I won't vote for Lucifer. Now I can't do that one. Now if they can give me anybody other than Lucifer, they got my vote. Anybody other than him, because me and him, you know, there's beef. There's a long-standing beef between me and him, so that ain't gonna work. But back to GlaxoSmithKline. Let me tell you what's going on. Okay. So y'all, they done came up with a cancer medication and they did a clinical study up there in New York at Memorial Sloan Kettering at the hospital. Now it was a small trial of about 12 people, 12 patients, and it was targeted at rectal cancer with a specific mutation. Okay. Now they used the drug on these people. The medication on these people, all 12 of them. Y'all, according to the New England Journal of Medicine, all of the patients are in remission. Hey, D. Marie, every single one of them patients are in remission. And mind you, this is without surgery, without chemo, without any serious side effects. And get this, the mutation there was a actual mutation that affected the ability of the cells to repair the damage to the DNA. Now, whether this can be applied to other forms of cancer, we don't know yet. But I find it very promising, very interesting, and very telling. Isn't it wonderful, Ray Ray, all day? Cancer done took out some of the most wonderful people. We've lost some beautiful people. I lost my beautiful sister-in-law, lost the mother-in-law. You know, I lost my Aunt Beulah. So many beautiful people have been taken by cancer. The fact that we actually see some breakthroughs, I find that absolutely promising, but I find it telling. The reason I find it very telling is because y'all could have been done it, or at the very least, for all we know, they've been doing the research. For all we know, they could have been had this medicine. For all we know, rich people could have already had access to this medicine. And it's just our poor behinds that's down here going through something different. That's what they said, sis. No significant side effects. None of the side effects that you normally see with chemo. None of it. My mind is telling me, and I could be on some conspiracy type stuff. If I'm wrong, y'all let me know. But in my humble opinion, in my conspiracy theorist brain, I feel like they're announcing this quote unquote trial on 12 patients because they've been using it for rich folks the whole time. Now that's what I'm thinking. I feel like they've been using it. And now I think now they're going to try to make it available for poor folks so that your insurance can pay for you to get the treatment. I feel like they was getting too much money from poor people, having to get chemo, having to go through all this testing and going through biopsies and this and that and the third. It was so much big money in cancer treatment that they didn't want you to know that it was even possible for you to have a cure. You say you wonder if it's stolen from Dr. CB. Somehow I doubt it because he didn't have that type of medical knowledge. Which he was good at what he was good at, but he ain't got this type of knowledge. I don't believe that. SSA, of course, they've had a cure for years. Now that I believe that for sure. What you say, Kia? They got a cure for all the diseases, HIV and AIDS as well. I totally believe that. I do. I totally believe it. And I feel like some of this stuff they keep under wraps because it's easier to keep poor people poor and let you die and let you suffer and die. That's their plan. I really believe it. It was done up there in New York at Memorial Sloan Kettering Hospital. It was led by the doctors up at Memorial Sloan Kettering in New York. Yeah, he's all natural food and herbs. He don't know nothing about this type of stuff. So then they'll get the generic if insurance pay for it. I'll take generic. You know how many people probably would have still been alive if they'd have had the generic? Or any access at all? You know what I'm saying? Like, give people access. Like, it's just wicked. Thank you, SS. That's the whole point. A patient cured is a customer lost. That's the point. If you cured, then you are no longer a customer, and they want customers. They don't care nothing about you losing your life. They don't care nothing about you not being able to be here for your family, for your loss of enjoyment of life. Everybody don't die from cancer. However, they have lasting effects that they can't ever really completely bounce back from. So it's promising, but I'm also giving them the side eye just a little bit. Just a little bit. And also get this, after the treatment with this medication, there's no trace of cancer anywhere in the body. So it didn't spread to another body system and metastasize, nothing like that. So I find it interesting. I thought y'all might want to know that in the news. Now here's something else that you might want to know. Y'all know, yep, exactly the same thing, just exclusive rights to the drug expired. That you hit the nail on the head, because it was a couple of medications that the original pharmaceutical companies went to court and fought to extend it so that they couldn't make the generic version. But yeah, it's the same thing. Say, yeah, I'm side-eyeing it too. What's the fine print? Precisely. Say, yeah, that is amazing. Yeah, the side eye is always open. You gotta side eye them because they crooked as hell. They crooked as hell. But now get this. This is something that you might want to know. I mean, I wanted to know. So I'm gonna assume that y'all want to know too. Now, dig this. Now y'all know the Democrats was trying to pass they legislation. They orchestrating all these events. I believe they behind it. Nobody will ever convince me they're not. Because they want to push their quote unquote, gun control, pow control bill, right? However, they slid in, into the bill that they want to call parents terrorists if they got too much to say at a school board meeting. Okay. Now, moving right along, let's move all the way to Owo and Ondo State in Nigeria, shall we? And I'm gonna tell you why we moving that way. Hey, DV, I'm glad you made it. I'm gonna tell y'all why we moving all the way to the other side of the ocean to talk about this, because it's worth talking about. There was a shooting over in Ondo State, real peaceful place. I ain't really heard too much drama coming up out of Ondo. But there was a whole shooting over there. And the reason that we moving all the way over on the other side of the ocean to Ondo State, Nigeria, to Owo, is because them people got some of the strictest gun laws ever. Like you almost can't even get one legally, unless you the police or a soldier or something. But yet and still, where all these gun laws are so strict and citizens can't have them, and they need them because people be trying stuff. And it's the same thing that happens there that I say will happen here. If you make it illegal for law-abiding citizens to have weaponry, ain't nobody gonna have them but the crooks, and that's bad news for everybody. If a crook got a pistol and come to your house, you might want to have one too. That's all I'm saying. To me, it sounds like common sense, but it ain't none of my business, right? So these people with the strict gun laws done had a whole mass shooting. And get this, wasn't one person, it was a group of people. And they had the nerve to go into a church, y'all. A whole church over there. They was at the Feast of Pentecost over at the Catholic Church. The priest was giving his blessing, about to let the people turn out. And they went up in there and shot, I think they said around 50 people. 50 people at the church, and left some guys outside. So if anybody tried to run off, they could shoot them too. Okay. And there was also an explosive involved, men, women, children. It was even a 70-plus-year-old mother that lost her life in that attack. Absolutely terrible. And not only did they do all of these things, they got away alive. They didn't off themselves after they did it, got away alive. So they legalized staff to carry guns in school in Ohio. Well, they trying to do it in a lot of places. I don't know whether that's a good thing. You got racist teachers, and I don't know if racist teachers need to have pistols. Not with little black babies in the classroom, but that's neither here nor there. You say you feel like something's been activated for all these shootings to happen one after the other. Well, they're saying that they believe that this is terrorist related, but somehow I don't, because as of yet, no terrorist group has claimed responsibility or claimed credit for what took place over there in Ondo. And then in a church of all places. Angel A said exclusive rights to the drug. No, oh, y'all, you still talking about that. Okay. But dig, what good is the law gonna do? That piece, can you get a copy of the law from Congress and hold it up to stop the bullet from a criminal? Somebody get back to me on that. If the paper that they write it on is bulletproof, let me know, and then let me know what's their plans of distributing that paper to every citizen so we can, put it either on our door or start to stitch our clothing out of it. I don't know, but I would like somebody to let us know how that's going to help us when the citizens don't have pistolas and the criminals still got the pistolas, and we start having these things to continually happen. When these things are taking place, it's not law-abiding citizens that's doing it, it's criminals that's doing it. Criminals always find a way to break the law. That's why we call them criminals. I'm just saying, just asking for a friend. So moving right along, Harvard. According to the Washington Post, Harvard University is over there breaking the law. Y'all know Harvard, the Ivy League school where everybody wants to go. And even black folks sitting around acting like it's Mount Olympus. Oh, if I can go to Harvard, or the ones that I went to Harvard. Okay, so let's talk about how Harvard is breaking the law and how grievous this situation is. So now there's a law, federal law of 1990, all the way back to 1990. Federal law required the return of bodies of natives and black people to who they belong to, and to have these bodies memorialized. They're supposed to be done away with. So apparently Harvard had 10,000 bodies. Yeah, this ain't new. This is extremely old, because they had 10,000 bodies that belong to Native Americans and black folks. Girl, you must be a Baptist. She said, praise the Lord and pass the ammunition. That is what us Baptists will say. Say Harvard wanted me to come there. Glad I didn't. Thank you. Notre Dame was after me, and I ended up at Clark Atlanta University. Best decision of my life. However, 10,000 bodies they had. They were supposed to return these bodies to the people they belong to. Instead, they've only returned 3,000 out of the 10,000. They still have 7,000 bodies left. Now, they claiming out of the ones that's remaining, only 19 of them is black. The rest of them is Native American. So y'all were just snatching up people and killing them and experimenting on their bodies. Okay, gotcha. And the black bodies they had were, of course, slave era bodies. Okay. Now, the draft was leaked out. Somebody got a copy of this draft of the information and exposed them in their own newspaper. So one of the children that was there that work on the paper, the Harvard Crimson, decided, oh, we finna expose them because this is trifling. Hey, Daphne. Angel A say Harvard does some nefarious stuff. Okay. I like the cough. But listen. So they exposed them. The children exposed them. And they trying to urge the school to speed up the return of these bodies. Now, these bodies are being housed at Harvard's Peabody Museum of Archaeology and Ethnography. Okay. Now, the Peabody's director, this heifer, a woman, she apologized. She offered an apology January of last year, 2021, for the slow pace at which they giving these bodies back to the people they belong to. Now, this is my problem. Oh, no, I know what you meant, sis. I'm with you. I'm with you. And you're right. But it's not a slow pace. If the law required the return of the bodies in 1990, and here it is, and then in 2021, you apologizing for the pace. Ma'am, that's not a slow pace. That's called we not returning them. From 1990 to 2021. Ain't that 31 years? Am I tripping? 31 years is not a slow pace. That's called you just not complying with the law, Harvard. Not to mention the fact, how racist and disgusting are you that you felt like you had the right. Keep telling y'all, these quote unquote institutions, these clear institutions in this country are based on the victimization of indigenous people, natives, blacks, anybody they can get their hands on. They have built this country off the blood and the backs of indigenous people. Well, yes, stealing corpses, and we don't know for a fact, for a truth, that they wasn't the one that killed them. How would we know? How would we know? Animals. But listen, she apologized for the slow pace. Meanwhile, this heifer need to speak that the Peabody Museum of Archaeology and Ethnography is right now under a lawsuit. Get this, because they got pictures of this slave and his daughter that some racist scientists forced them to pose naked and took pictures of their bodies. This was back in 1850. Now, the descendant of the slave in question is fighting them for the return, for them to have to turn over those pictures and stop displaying her family members' naked bodies at their filthy museum, if you can call it that. I don't know how you call something that's just a house of death and horrors a museum, but I mean, who am I? DV say, there you go again, telling the truth. I know. I be messing up. So I took myself off the organ donor list. You better take it off, take yourself off the list, and you better have your head on a swivel and watch your environment, because they're snatching Black women left and right. They're snatching us left and right. Yeah, she's sorry though. She's sorry. Yeah. So the descendant of the slave in question is fighting with the Peabody Museum, the House of Death and Horror, House of 1,000 Corpses. Apparently, my bad, point of correction, House of 7,000 Corpses. Mm-hmm. And so, with that being said, she fighting to get the pictures of them being displayed nude. The Peabody got the nerve to be fighting it. The descendants of the racist scientist, if you can call him a scientist, even they, I think they said about 3 dozen, so roughly about 36 of his descendants are saying, give these people the pictures. I think they embarrassed that they had a relative that was a great granddad or whoever that was filthy enough to do something like that. So they saying, look, get this black lady, get this nice black lady the pictures of her relatives. This is wrong. It shouldn't have happened. And the Peabody Museum, owned by Harvard University, is fighting it tooth and nail because they feel like they have a right to display black bodies in such a condition. Say, yes, that is despicable. His back was severely scarred by the whip. This picture of him and the slave Renty and his daughter, forced to pose naked. Say, that was a terrible exhibit. Shameful. Absolutely disgusting. These sickos want mementos for the terror they inflicted on black people. How sick are you that you want to keep mementos? You say this is disgusting and is dishonorable to their heirs, her heirs and legacy. Well, they don't care nothing about that. These people don't even see you as a human. So what they care about your heirs or your legacy? Now, mind you, Harvard talking about it, what they call themselves confronting their connection and their ties to slavery and racism, and have, I think they said, donated $100 million to whatever. I don't know who got the $100 million. You didn't put it in the form of reparations, because all of these institutions, all of them benefited from slave labor. So I don't know where your $100 million went. I ain't got no check. Maybe y'all got a check. We still ain't received a check for the building of the White House, where you barely want black folks to walk. And the fact that you I ain't even gonna get into all that. I be done said the wrong thing. But other universities that were named as ones who have quote unquote confronted their connections with slavery would have been Harvard, William and Mary, Georgetown, University of Virginia. And I'm sure there are others, but those are the ones who were listed in that piece of information. Okay. Now, real quick, just so you know what kind of trouble we might be getting ready to get into. Okay. Now, we might be getting ready to get into a little piece of trouble, and that's because Biden and them is over here bothering China again, pissing them people off like we can afford it. You still waiting on your check? Yeah, me too. I'm still waiting. Say these people are severely detached. Yeah, something wrong with their brain. You say survival abuse. That's what it is. You say Harvard itself has built. Oh, you said I can translate. It was built by slave labor. Absolutely. And many of these institutions were. And they still are benefiting from the labor that they got for free. And we're still, and according to them, they expect us to just be quiet about it. That's the plan. We're supposed to just shut up. Don't say nothing about the money you owe us. And we stay to see y'all buying new clothes and stuff. Pay the money. So back to Biden and them, they over here bothering China again, talking about they opened up trade talks with Taiwan. You know Taiwan and China is beefing at the moment. You know you done said all kind of little slick stuff. about, or if they get in something, you willing to jump in and defend them with force. Listen, we cannot afford this. We can't afford it. You done sent 55 billion to Vlad versus Vlad, and it wasn't no way in hell of winning nothing. I feel like that snow monkey did that for the sole purpose of putting us in a worse financial position. If he commit 55 billion over there, then he'll have an excuse for why you're not helping the people here. You want the people here poor. You want everybody in famine, so you can bring the black horse. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Spiller say, Brandon, please go sit down and shut up. Brandon need to stop because we can't afford no trouble. Say freedmen deserve reparations. That's true. That's true. We don't have time for that though. I feel like he did that just to bring on the black horse. Because if we weren't plunged into the trouble that we've been plunged into, and I honestly feel like it started with the pandemic, but let me shut up before they done came and got me again. But anyway, that's it for the news. I ain't got no more news. Let's get into the funny papers, shall we please? So, can we talk about Sheree's cringe-worthy scene on the Housewives? You know, if we can call them wives. Who is still married on this show? Well, they brought in wives. So we got Sonya, Drew, and Candy is married. So I guess it's Housewives again. Okay. So the Housewives of Atlanta. Sheree in this cringe-worthy scene where she sat up there in Philadelphia in the cold in a fur coat waiting for Tyrone for over an hour and a half. Y'all, that was the cringiest thing I've ever seen in my life. Cringy. So she sit out there talking to her daughter, and the daughter's like, "Oh, mama, you deserve better than this." And she's sitting up pretending like she thought that man was gonna come. Then the producer come out and tell her, "Oh, his lawyers say that would be a violation if he came over here or whatever like that." And she talking about, "But we meet up all the time." Tyrone, why would you let me come to Philadelphia if you knew you couldn't come out? Blase squaze. Girl, you knew that man wasn't coming. Hey, Egypt. Working and listening. All right now. So then, as if that wasn't cringe-worthy enough, and it really was, in my opinion, it was definitely cringe-worthy enough. Wait a minute. What did I just hear? Oh, that was my phone. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. I got scared. But anyway, as if that wasn't cringe-worthy enough, then she goes on social media talking about watching stuff back. Talking about women, please go with your gut and protect your heart. These flashbacks got me sick. Girl, ain't no flashback got you sick. If that man was meeting up with you, you knew he was sneaking. And if he was sneaking, you knew he couldn't do that on no camera. Sheree, stop it. You do not have a storyline. You have never had a storyline. You will never have a storyline. The most interesting you ever been was when you let Bob and his eye come on the show that season, and then you tried to, put him on the spot because you say he used to beat you up. Now, I don't know whether he used to beat you up or not. I'm just saying. Girl, that was nothing that had to be brought out on that show. If it was, you could have said that from season 1, that you were a DV survivor. DSA Tyrone is trying to tap every box that he can that's under 100 miles before 9 p.m. The man been locked up. He got to do what he got to do now. Hey, LEL, what's happening, boo? Egypt said we need 9 more likes, y'all. We need 9 thumbs. 9 thumbs. I'm going to start begging for thumbs in a minute. But it was just, to me, it was so cringy to watch. And then her social media post was cringeworthy as well. Talking about these flashbacks got me sick. No, girl. The fact that you back on this show and they probably ain't going to have you back again, that's what should have you sick. The fact that they bring you back for 1 season at a time and bounce you up out of there, that should make you sick. The fact that they only bring you back when they absolutely in the toilet and desperate for a win, that should make you sick. That should make you sick. You say not Bob and the eye. Yes, Bob and the eye. Who Gonna Check Me, Boo is a classic. It was a classic. And then what happened? You say sweaty looking Bob in the eye. Yes, Bob in the eye. But get this. Then after she said the flashbacks got me sick, talking about hashtag RHOA, hashtag thought it was something real. Use a lie. Hashtag gave you a chance. Hashtag always protect your heart. Girl, stop lying. Stop lying. Enough is enough is enough. I'm just saying that's all I'm gonna say on that. I'm not even gonna give my opinion too much, but y'all know that's too much. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all know that's too much. So then next up, y'all saw where that rapper named Trouble got killed up there in Atlanta. Now I didn't know Trouble. Somebody, where is he from? That's what I need to know. Where is he from? So they had him on layaway. Well, the way I heard it, she was getting money from him. So where is that layaway plan at? Because I need that one. I need that layaway plan. So now, the guy Trouble, I think somebody was trying to say that he was oh gosh, in a movie or something. I know the people in Atlanta know him, but I don't know him like that. I don't know him like that at all. But anyway, he got killed a few days back. So I was like, dang, another rapper got shot. Like that happens so much now. I don't even flinch when I hear it. When I hear it, I don't even, it doesn't even register. It barely registers at all. Because most of these little rappers, I don't know them. He say, no idea. If you rap one time, they'll announce your death. I'm convinced. I believe it. I believe it. I'm right there with you when you're right, because I don't know who this dude is. But I wasn't even gonna mention it because I don't know this guy. But here's the thing that got me, and I gotta talk about it. Apparently, the young woman he was dating at the time, it was her ex that took this young man's life. So he in the house, sleep in the bed with the woman, and the ex done broke in the house. This big crazy looking Negro done broke in the house and killed this young man for no apparent reason. If the girl done broke up with you, you the ex, leave this girl alone. And then his name Jamichael Jones. Yep, sounds about right. He turned himself in. Turned himself in after taking this young man's life. And for no reason. If the woman don't want you, the woman don't want you. Hey, the real RJ, what's going on? You say fashion show with no fashion. How dreadful. Okay. It'll just say, hey, just finished an interview. I hope it went well. Mm-hmm. You say, I never heard of him, but ATL seems to be upset about him being pop out. Yeah, everybody in town seemed to know him, but I just don't know this dude. I just don't know him at all. But I just find it absolutely terrible. He LL say, that's sad. You kill him and now you can't even be with the person you kill him over. Yeah, for what? Hey, Miss Edith. So I heard that he beat up his ex-girlfriend and she in the ICU. That man, ladies, be careful. And if you got daughters, tell your daughters to be careful. You go to quit these young boys and they lose their mind. You go to quit them and they lose their ever-loving mind. Now, let's talk about this other situation that was in the funny papers. I wanted to talk about it, but like I told y'all, I wasn't in the best headspace. So I really couldn't just get into it. One, because, I just couldn't. It wasn't important enough to me. Yeah, he's from Atlanta, Dap. That's what I said. He's from Atlanta, but I don't know him. So get this. Child, how about Blac Chyna say no deal, y'all? Blac Chyna say no deal. Now, apparently, y'all remember when Robert Kardashian, him and his evil breastises, decided to release naked movies, because we can't say the PORN word. he released naked movies of Blac Chyna, and so he had a naked movie case against him behind this him. And so apparently he's saying that she agreed to drop that if he could get her name. Hey, Golden Life, how you doing? That wasn't far from your house. Oh, that's terrible. But if he could get her name dropped from some suit that one of their pilots, Mr. Jones, had filed, saying that they exposed his sexuality. So I guess he's saying that they outed him for being homosexual. And so he had got he sued both of them. I guess he was trying to get money because he says so they told that he was a homosexual and he didn't get to tell it himself. I don't know how that works, but they was trying to get some money. So he had her name dropped off of that. So he was thinking that they had an agreement. Now I don't know whether they did or didn't, but he believes they had an agreement, or he's alleging that they had an agreement. If he could get her name dropped from that case, then she wouldn't sue him for the revenge naked movies. Okay. Now, mind you, now she says she finna go ahead and take him back to court for that. He says she violating the agreement that they had and want the judge to uphold this agreement. Hey, Lala. And I don't know what's gonna happen, but apparently Blac Chyna say no deal. Then she filed a new motion in court accusing him of violating California law after he revealed the settlement info. So I don't know what's gonna happen with this, but I'm gonna just give y'all my opinion. I personally feel like I don't care what she said. If the judge can't hold it up, then I say go after him. You shouldn't have never released no naked videos of this girl. If that girl ain't want you, Blac Chyna got a right to say I don't want you. If she decides she want to sleep with other people, you got a right to say, well, we can't be together because you sleep with other people. You didn't have no business trying to post no naked movies of this girl. That was disgusting. It was rude. It was desperate. It was pitiful, just like the rest of your nasty, slimy, dumpster juice family. I say if she get them, get them. And hell, sick Tokyo Tony on them. That'll be just what they need. Mm-hmm. Anywho, the next thing that I would like to address, if y'all don't mind, can somebody explain to me why we supposed to be why we supposed to be concerned about Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey breaking up? Can anybody explain this to me? Anybody? At all? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. With that mess of Blac Chyna, I say whatever she do to him, she do. How dare you? And as she should. As she should. Because if y'all recall, they started with her first by that girl going with her baby daddy. You said he was being who he was, a Kardashian. Facts. Say, I'm a Tony fan. Girl, I'm a Tony fan too. I like Tokyo Tony. She ignorant and funny, but I love it. Yeah, Angel A. Crazy Tail talking about revenge corn. Uh-huh. Yeah, I couldn't. I'm like, why do we care about these people breaking up? And if I recall correctly, when they first went public with their relationship, ain't nobody believe it was no real relationship. Yeah, she got a right to say no to a proposal. She got a right to say no to relations. She got a right to say, no, I don't want you. She got a right to say, no, I'm not going to be monogamous with you. Grown people have right and agency over their own bodies. If you can't deal with what they doing, then you go. I know I don't care nothing about that breakup. Do you know how many people? Egypt say it was a 1-year contract. So why people talking about the breakup? I don't know. Tell them again. It was a contract. Spiller say I couldn't care less about Michael B. Jordan and Lori, whose real last name is not Harvey. Say it again. That ain't none of that man daughter. He got daughters that look just like him, and she ain't it. That's Marjorie child. At all. But it's people that actually do care. Hey, Tracy. Talking about Steve Harvey's stepdaughter and Michael B. Jordan. Everybody was having a fit when they was running around saying they went together. Oh, it's fake, it's fake, it's fake, it's fake, it's fake. Now that they done broke up, now they running around. They broke up, they broke up. If it's fake, how does a fake relationship break up? How? That's all I want to know. You say the good girl is only 25. Why would he think she'd be ready to be strapped down to him after a year? Yeah, heck to the no. What she got from her mama? The check? Because I believe he paid her a check. Exactly, Tracy. I'm right there with you. They from Whoville. Say she was his beard in my skin your pores voice. There you go. That's why I said what she got from her mama. The check. Did he pass the check through her mama? Is that what had happened? That's what I want to know. Is that what happened? But I just didn't understand why we care about that. So next. Y'all remember the young man I told y'all about? Deshaun Watson, the NFL player that was going to these massage parlors asking people to touch him on the inside. I have a problem with that. Hey, Stylish Lux. Yeah, that was a business relationship. Now that was a check. Saying, why don't we see his biological daughters? I'm just asking. I don't know. Maybe they don't want to be seen, or I mean, we've seen them. They're not in hiding. But you know what I'm saying? Maybe they don't want to be part of this circus. LEL say, right, I heard some funny things about Mr. Jordan. Yeah, I don't know if it's true, but I'm just saying. Say being with different men, she was Puffy and Justin, his son too. Yeah, I heard about that. I never got all the details on whether they was actually going together or just being seen out together. I don't know what happened. Yeah, the booty bandit, that fella. The one that kept asking the girls to touch the depths of his despair. That's what I'm saying, LG. Things ain't looking good. Well, apparently he got a 24th person that's been launched a suit. So he got 24 different people making complaints about him. And say that's why Steve Harvey running his mouth about now he wants his money back. Oh, now Stylish Lux, I got to go see that girl. I ain't see that. I love you. And you're so pretty. Girl, I ain't know that what Steve said. Steve said the boy want his money back. You can't get no money back. That girl done did the whole thing now. I hope he didn't think she was going to go all the way through with marrying him to cover him up. Now, I know he didn't think that. He bet not have thought that. Now, that girl did a whole year. We don't know what she went through in that year. Now, we saw that, she did all her photo ops, the Valentine photo op, the Christmas photo op. She did all the vacation photo ops. She did all her photo ops. Now, he better go somewhere with his thick neck self. Now, she didn't have to go all the way through with marrying him to cover him up. But back to the booty bandit, y'all. A 24th victim done came out, and she's also filing suit. 24. Now, what I don't know if he asked all of them people to touch the depths of his despair. But he did ask number 23 to do so. However, what you say, not 24. Why can't they make their money and be normal? He ain't normal. He didn't have people touching the depths of his despair. Now he's sitting up craving it. Say Deshaun should have bought himself a call girl. No, he wanted to victimize women who was not willing. Oh, thank you, boo. But Steve been talking a lot this week. Oh, dang. I be trying to avoid Steve Harvey. I hate his voice. But now I'm going to have to go see what he said. Yeah, sometimes them bills start to itch. And Miss Thing was like, she had done had it. Yes, Deshaun Watson, the NFL player, got 24 counts of touching women, exposing himself to women. I'm trying to say this as clean as possible. Asking for karaoke from women. Telling the lady to massage him in the depths of his despair on the inside in the dark. 24. Kids say, yeah, Michael B. Jordan is part of the rainbow community. There's an interview about how he gets down. I mean, that's cool if that's what you do. But he cannot force this girl to remain a build forever. Maybe she want to have a normal life. She's a young woman. She supposed to strap herself down to him forever just so he can hide that he likes to play in the depths of despair and with people and stuff. That's what your sister said. They said the booty bandit. I didn't say that. Yeah, honey, stylish look say Steve been talking and I got to go see what he said. Sunshine say not the depths of his despair. My side hurts. I'm sorry. I'm gonna behave. Y'all know I be trying to find colorful ways to say stuff so I don't have to just say what it is. Now it's not that I lack, the ability to say what, because I can say what it is now. If y'all want me to say what it is, I can say what it is, But I be trying not to just say what it is because it don't sound nice. But that's really and truly what he asked that girl to do. Really and truly say the deepest, darkest depths of his despair. Yes, way down in there, down yonder. Down yonder is where he wanted her to put her head. And that's not okay. Mm-mm. 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 Absolutely not. But yeah. The beard situation, the beard situation, I feel, I just feel like the young woman fulfilled her contractual obligations, leave her alone. And as far as Deshaun Watson, not only is he disgusting, let me tell you about his lawyer. His lawyer is disgusting. His lawyer had the audacity to say, talking about happy endings is not against the law. Sir, it's not a happy ending when a woman is being violated. That's a violation. That is a violation. That ain't no happy ending. There's places that offer a happy ending, but this idiot didn't want to go to a place where women are willing. He wanted to go to shops where the women ain't willing at all and force them into this behavior. You say the ghost pepper part of here. Yes. You be tickling me with the ghost pepper part. Yeah, down in the volcano. Just nerve. You heard he liked pink toes. I mean, that's cool. But just find somebody who's willing. I don't care what color their toes are. Yeah, the lawyer told on himself, talking about happy endings ain't against the law. It's not a happy ending if one partner is not consensual. Now that's how that goes. I'm sorry. That's just a bit much. And then tell me this here. Why was Drew Sidora on Watch What Happens Live? I hate to talk about SpongeBob. Her life is so sad. Why was she on Watch What Happens Live shading Kenya Moore, talking about the girl husband and this and that? And it's like, come on now. You and Kenya just about in the same boat. Now, you ain't paid for yours, I don't think. But she ain't had no real husband and you don't either. Now, I don't want to say nothing bad about Ralph, but I don't believe Ralph is really her man. And y'all know what I'm saying. See, a happy ending is one thing. Asking the person to scratch your colon is harassment. LEL is killing me talking about some scratch your colon. Yeah, his lawyer need to be locked up, Lala. He need help, but he need to be arrested. These people are disgusting. But yeah, Miss Drew Sidora sat up there and gonna talk about the difference between her husband and Kenya Moore's ex-husband is my husband stayed. Girl, I don't know if I'd have said that too loud. I don't know if I would have told nobody that. DS said maybe his lawyer likes regular colonoscopies too. Maybe he going around here trying to pressure and force women to go into the depths of his despair, into his tunnel of love. Maybe that's what he's trying to do. Maybe he does it too. Hell, maybe he the one that introduced this boy to this. Maybe he's the first one that went into Deshaun's tunnel of love. That might be what happened. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure why Drew did that. But like I said, I don't believe that I would have done that. I don't know why. Because so far it looked like, Kenya's still the same nasty she's always been. I didn't see where she was doing nothing extra special to Drew. So I don't know why on earth Drew decided to take that route. I feel like that was not cute. Because y'all, y'all kind of in the same boat. That's all I'm saying. That's it, and that's all. And I'm gonna leave it right there. So, anywho, moving right along. I was about to talk about something, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Oh, let's talk about this. So, y'all, regular people, not rich people story. Regular folk story. Why this lady? Remember they was talking about the air tag thing that people was putting on cars and following people and stealing their cars. Remember that, the air tag? And I mentioned that to y'all. Like, be careful, because you park your car in the garage or whatever, because that's what people was doing. So nah, Spiller. That one I was about to talk about. I ain't finna talk about that on here. I be done got in trouble. But this lady in Indiana, you remember that, Jackie? So this woman over there in Indiana, she done decided she gonna use that to track down her cheating boyfriend. You heard what I said. She used the Apple AirTag to track her cheating boyfriend, followed him to the bar. 26-year-old woman. Put it to the car. And followed this young man. And then when she got to him, she caught him. She ran him over with her car 3 times. I guess she was making sure he was really gone. And while he was at the bar meeting with another woman. The boy died instantly. They say it wasn't like it didn't take forever to, get him. But she kept going. And ran him over 3 times, but they say the first one, it did it. Yeah, she hit him, backed over him, and then pulled forward the 3rd time. And they say she also swung a bottle at the other woman while they was in the bar, but he stopped her from hitting that lady with the bottle. And she left. They left out the bar, and that's when she ran him down. So it sounds like, number one, she crazy. Number two, it sounds like, by the time you go this far, this man been doing this with you. By the time you pick up a bottle to hit the other woman in the head with it, it's because you already knew about this woman. You and him done probably argued over this woman before. And then the fact that you waited out there to mow him down, it's because you felt like a fool. Because you done stayed with this thing, and he been cheating on you and doing God only knows what else to you. Now you finna go to prison for the rest of your natural life, is what it looked like to me. Daphne said again, the gas too high to be tracking somebody down. Who got that kind of money to be putting on gas? You say just cut up his clothes like a normal person. Nah, don't cut him up, put him out. Spiller said, if you got to track him, you don't need him. Thank you. I wish I would. Say he was working on an exit strategy. Too late, though. I don't think he was. I think he was probably just a typical dust mite out there tricking and treating, meeting people at bars and stuff, and got caught out there. I'm more annoyed with the woman than anything. Why on earth would you go and wreck your life? Because that's what you did. You wrecked your life over this man. Lala saying the words of Johnny Gill, my. Yeah, ain't nobody got time for burning up no gas. Say, what happened to marbles in the gas tank and scratching cars and moving on? We got to kill people now? Marbles in the gas tank? I thought, see, we was putting Snickers bars in people's tanks, but marbles? Okay. I feel you. And sugar in the tank. Spiller say, now he dead and you in jail. That's just stupid. Real stupid. When you could have just left that man and moved on with your life. You say dust mite is going in my rotation. Oh, man. I ain't mad at least you told me. I better quit talking before we hear that everywhere, too. Daphne say, you think that part. Thank you, that part. I don't do jail. I ain't going to say I won't do it. If you bother one of my children, I will do you and wait on the law. I will sit on the curb and prop my ankle up and wait on the law. But if this ain't about my children, I no longer have a mama. But if this ain't about my children, honey, I'm not going to jail for you. For what? Mm-mm. Yeah, that's what I remember, Egypt. 5-pound bags of sugar in the tank. That's what I remember. Say mix a little sugar and Dr. Pepper and put it in the tank. There you go. I remember moves like that. I ain't know about the marbles. That's something new to me. But yeah, she done ruined her whole life behind a man. He ain't even a man. I'm sorry. Ruined her life behind a dust mite. A whole dust mite. Done took you out. Done took you out the free world. I'm just saying. So I was trying to find. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The Snickers. I know about Snickers. Cause that's quick. You ain't got to stand there long. Right. Say ain't no man gonna make me catch a charge over some female. No. And this the thing. If he'd have just went on and let her hit that girl in the head with the bottle, he'd still be here too. Now that's just my opinion. Because that would have got her anger out. But the fact that he stopped her, that's what did it. So I was trying to find what Steve Harvey said since Stylish Looks told me Steve was talking. So it looked like he joked about it. And I'm going to tell you what bugs me just a little bit. Right, Egypt, a whole dustish, raccoonish ninja. And you done took yourself out the free world for him. Girl, how? But this the thing that irritate me with Steve. Talking about joking about how he feel about his daughter's relationship ending. That's not your daughter. You got daughters. Anyway, talking about I feel fine. I'm fine. I still got to go to work. I still got to take care of my family. I'm Team Lauren 1000%. She's my daughter. I love her. I support her. Why you ain't say she one of your daughters? I could even took that. He defended his daughter, adding that having a successful relationship in the spotlight can be challenging. Look, as long as everybody can walk away in peace, be friends. I ain't heard nobody say they busted no windows or nothing. He said, as long as you don't put your hands on my daughter, I don't give a darn what you do. He's still a cool guy from what I know. It's a breakup. I'm pretty sure they'll be fine. People break up all the time, he added. I just wish I could have broken up. I just wish I could have broken up without the cost factor. I got to start learning from my children. Get out early. I waited too late. Now, why he had to throw that? See, Steve Harvey is also a dust mite. He's a dust mite. He said bottles as hard as hell. She probably would have died too. But see, get this: if she'd have got the girl, he'd have still been here. So the dust mite had a little bit of chivalry. He kept the girl alive, but he is gone. Spiller said now she in jail looking stupid and won't be going home at all. At all, when she could have just stayed home. Save the gas, save yourself a charge. Steven irks me with that. It's so irksome. Talking, but he had to throw himself in there. I got to learn from my children. I waited too late. I guess complaining that he had to pay money in divorce settlements. But you shouldn't have been married to women, been cheating on them, and then divorcing them. And then you wouldn't have had to cut no check. Learning something from your children. Too much. But yeah, apparently, so I feel like this girl, because I'm seeing the time frame here. She definitely fulfilled her contract because it started back in late 2020 and she done made it all the way to June of 2022. She has more than fulfilled her contract. She don't owe this man nothing. Nobody should be having this much to say. Nobody should care. Now the girl did her job. Now whether people actually believed if it was believable, I don't know. I feel like she gave a believable performance. I think it was believable. I mean, we kind of believed it a little bit. I think possibly. I don't know. But anyway, she did her job. I mean, it was up to him to sell it. If he didn't sell it, that's not her problem. But I definitely believe that she sold it as best as she could. As best as she could. So listen. Um, I think that's about it. That's about all. That's all the funny papers for now. What are we gonna do? I think we may end up on Patreon later because I want to tell y'all about some stuff that we can't talk about out here. But that'll be it for today, unless something real interesting happens. If something real good go down, then we'll come back live and we'll talk about it here. But we will be on Patreon a little bit later on. I will send out notifications, text notifications. I'll post it on the community wall and try to make sure everybody gets notified before we go live in Patreon so we can talk about what I can't talk about out here. Y'all know how it go. But if some good gossip go on, we're going to be back up on this porch too, where we can talk about these people and their business. Now, meanwhile, hold on. Let me make notes to myself. Who I got to call? Okay, so I got to call Kia. Who else I got to call? I think that's it on my list for today. Okay. Y'all know I have to write everything down because if I don't, I'm in trouble. Yeah. Yep, always, babe, always. So listen. I'm gonna let y'all have y'all good Tuesday back. So as you know, if you hit the like button already, thank you so much. If you didn't hit it yet, go ahead and hit the like button right now. Sunshine said, call me. What we gonna talk about, girl? I love it. But listen, hit the like button on your way out. Make sure that you all hit your notification bell. It's super important. Hit your notification bell. Make sure that you click all so you'll know every time I go live over here on this porch. And also double check your subscribe button. If it's red, that means you're not subscribed. Make sure you subscribe. It's free. If you want to become a member of the Royal Family, please do. We got events coming up. We just chilling for the moment so the Queen Mermaid and Nacho Twins Mama can close out this scholarship the right way. And I don't want anything to take attention away from that. Also, if you got a business, please take advantage of the Black Business Spotlight. Get in touch with our sister Egypt now so she can get you set up so you can jump off on this platform and promote your Black business. Come on now. And if you are a Royal Family member and you have not turned in your birthday and your Cash App, please turn in your birthday and your Cash App. It's important. Please and thank you. So we can celebrate your birthday. Also, turn in anniversaries, graduations, anything like that you want us to celebrate with you. Please and thank you. I love you guys to life. Enjoy your Tuesday. Be positive, be productive, be encouraged. Most importantly, remember to encourage somebody else. And also remember, I love you, God loves you, and ain't a thing in the world you can do about it. Y'all go have a wonderful Tuesday. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye now.